Luke Conway is ex LAPD, but he's from Texas. And the woman he met in California is also from the same region of Texas. They get married, they have a child, but his wife has history in Texas, and her dad is county sheriff, and Luke has problems with the LAPD, and the dad is got an illness and he's terminal, so they want to move back. He wants to leave the LAPD. This is the setup. She wants to return home with their baby to be with her dad. So they both have a lot on the line. So dad helps Luke, LAPD, get a job as a county deputy, and he moves ahead of the family, gets the house, and the fateful night the book opens, he's on the phone while he's driving to his wife back in LA. He's got a house rented. She's going to move out to be with the dad. And then he thinks he hits something or someone. And this just everything in motion. The hit and run itself, that really, to me, in some respects, it came from a number of places. But it really was sort of a telltale heart thing. Because I don't know, an image or a little thread comes to you out of nowhere, and that you thought you hit something, and then in the morning you see this little piece of fabric in your grill, like the accusatory finger. It's like, okay, you've gone through the night, got some sleep, it was nothing, I didn't hit anything, it's okay, it's cool, it was a sign, it was debris, it looked like something, it was an animal, I'm good. And you're just ready to get on with your life, and then you see this little accusatory telltale heart ticking. What do you do? And he's got so much on the line. Now that's the morning after, but that night, I really wanted to set it up almost sort of gothic. We've all been through those types of rainstorms where it's blinding, and he's in a rural stretch, which I used my own suburb because we have a rural stretch, and where there's nothing, and I just elongated it in my mind and said, it's late. He had a beer or two, but there's nobody around. So he's looking, and he can't convince himself. He's trying to convince himself one way or the other, and he is looking. And had he found someone, I don't know what he would have done, but I know he wasn't going to. But he's looking, he's calling, he's looking, and there's no one around. There's no cameras. There's nothing that he knows of. And he's got to make that decision. If he dials and calls it in, that sets everything in motion. But if he drives away, and then when those headlights come, that there's someone coming, he's got to make that decision. And he makes it. But he has a lot on the line, and I wanted the reader to experience that right from the get-go. He's got a lot on the line. Well, I kind of did them parallel, that's true, because I wanted them to both have their issues, and they had to be connected and disconnected, where maybe the reader thinks, what's this got to do with the other, or one of the other? And as it's layered, we start to see where things are happening. Plus, there's other things at play with the father and his issues. The father being the retired terminal county sheriff who has connections and knows everybody. He's got issues as well. His daughter wants to try to remember what happened when she was a teenager. And it appears that dad does not want her to remember what happened when she was a teenager. And there's reasons for that. And there was a reporter character that I created who's trying to dig up the truth and is doing her best as well. And she was a fun character, very real in my mind, because I'd met people like that. And I've met people at small town news organizations, which is a whole other game. So a lot of characters here. In real life, there are other issues at play. I mean, you have either you have the backing of your institution, or you don't, or someone reaches out to them and tells you there's no story here, and you're pulled off of it. There's that. But and then you can see I've just almost planted a seed for more fiction. But in fiction, you can always wiggle your way around reality and find a way for someone to keep going or get to the truth, or someone through their own missteps is responsible for their own undoing. And it's a matter of if they fumble and the reporter picks up the ball, that sort of thing, a slip is made or that sort of thing. But yeah, it's a fine line. But for fiction, that's the fun part, is coming up with ways which are maybe grounded in real. I mean, Michael Connelly has always said, I chatted with him briefly from time to time, he likes to ground things in the foundation of reality, and he has the advantage of, he has a lot of friends in the LAPD and the LA County Sheriff's Office and the FBI who help him out with all kinds of war stories and how things really work. And that's that's what makes his work so rich, because he's got this fantastic stuff that really happened. And I know from my time, the times I talked with law enforcement, they would tell you things that with fantastic stories and that you never thought of before, and or you would never dream of, and that are great for drama or looking into the human condition. But yeah, I mean, it's a fine line to push a reporter all the way. There are the determined ones, and I've met them. There were the determined ones who fought with editors all the time, and we've got to do. You're not giving us enough time. We should put more people on this story, that sort of thing. Again, the senior news editors are journalists too, but they're also business managers. There's costs involved. I remember we were let loose on a story once, and my friend, I called a fellow reporter and myself. I think within a few weeks we ran up a $6,000 or $7,000 phone bill because we were calling around the world. We were calling so many places. We were working on a story that was supposed to be top secret. So the news organization gave us a separate new phone line, brand new. It's not connected to this. Two of them actually, not connected to the news line. We're in a room. We each had our phone. We were calling all over the place till the phone company contacted the newspaper, thought someone had stolen the number, and were crooks because we were calling every country in the world. Some of them, maybe not the most reputable places. We were calling everywhere and talking to a lot of people. And an editor came in. He had the phone bill. He goes, "Who are you calling?" I said, "Well, you said we have to work on the story." Because every time we called somebody, they said, "You should talk to this guy in Hong Kong. You should talk to this guy in Malta. You should talk to this guy in Moscow." Waking people up, I remember. And anyway, I'm getting off track. That's another story.